Mehbooballah. So you have asked me, is it okay to be successful? Absolutely. It is absolutely okay to be successful. But make sure that doesn't go and settle into your head. If you really ask me, I say to you that it is better not to be successful. Because nature represents anonymity. It has no place for success, name, fame, ego. I have seen people taking their dog to competitions and they train their dog very well. And dog does everything. It runs, it jumps, it follows certain rules, and ultimately it wins. But dog doesn't carry this idea that I became successful today. I have received this award. It doesn't recognize it. It just recognizes the biscuit and the milk and a bone. Even the success of the dog goes into the head of the owner. That is the problem. It is absolutely not necessary to be successful. It is against nature. One of the famous poets of 18th century, Rudyard Kipling, probably 19th century, in his magnum opus poem, If, he writes two beautiful lines: that you may walk with kings but never lose the common touch. People want to walk with kings, and by and by they forget their real nature. By looking at famous film stars, people go crazy. దానికి ఏమిటి కారణం అంటే, ఆ స్టార్స్కి వీళ్లకు మధ్యన ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ మాత్రమే. రోజు ఒక మెగాస్టార్ చిరంజీవి లాంటి వాడిని చూస్తున్న తన కుటుంబ సభ్యులకి ఎలాంటి క్రేజీనెస్ ఉండదు. దే నెవర్ గో క్రేజీ అబౌట్ హిమ్ బికాస్ దే హ్యావ్ పర్సీవ్డ్ హిమ్ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ టోటాలిటీ. His pluses, his minus, his weaknesses, his strengths, his abilities, his inabilities. They have seen everything. When you see everything, it becomes normal and neutral. So sucking life partially is to be successful. If you really suck the life in its totality, then you realize that you are nobody, you are anonymous. Everyone wants to live like a nobody. In the deepest sleep, you are nobody. While taking bath, you are nobody. While eating and chewing, you are nobody. While sneezing, you are nobody. You don't sneeze like a megastar. You don't take bath like a megastar. There is no such thing exist. It has to be understood in its totality. Otherwise, you slowly go astray. So you asked me, Bubula, is it okay to be successful? Yes, it is okay to be successful. But make sure the success which you acquire will not encapsulate you. Make sure that you are not smothered, wrapped completely in the blanket of success, so that you have no space for breathing. That is ugly. Success is not truth, it is myth. And what is the parameter to success? Tell me. A film star's son becomes film star in the same regional language. He is an unsuccessful person. He has to try in the Bollywood or in the Hollywood. And Hollywood star should act in a regional film and become successful. So it has no parameter. You cannot define it. It is only an idea. So once I meditated upon this particular phenomena called success, and I try to understand closely what exactly it is. Not from the books. Many people have said many things, and I don't give a damn. Then when I started paying attention closely to this word and people who have associated themselves with the word, and people keep this word on their heads, who has lost the common touch. I have observed them closely. Then I have realized that is an ugly business. It is just being recognized by others. You are craving for the recognition. There is a person, an artist, a singer, a painter, an actress, a scientist. The number decides who is successful and who is famous. And if the same megastar goes to Zimbabwe or Uganda or Yugoslavia, no one recognizes him. There he is not successful. The reason I am taking him as an example, so that it will be conveyed effectively. Otherwise, I have no curiosity in these stars. According to me, they are just doing their job and they are getting paid, that's all. And when you experience success for the first time, you feel it. But you keep on experiencing it by and by, you lose the sensitivity. And you become numb. That's why all the people come out and they meet people and see there is tremendous gap between the people and them. They stand on the huge stages and give glorious speeches and just say their flying kisses and I love you. All false. Stupidity at its peak. I have many times asked these so-called fans that why your father is not your role model? Why you don't crazy by looking at your father and mother? Because no superstar or power star or mega star is feeding you. Your parents are taking care of you. Have you ever done the palabhishekam to your parents' portraits? Have you ever touched their feet with gratitude? You don't do that. I have also meditated upon this particular phenomenon, why people become fan and why people start admiring somebody like crazy. You just ask this question, no one has really no clue about it. I know the answer, I'll tell you, Bubala. చాలామంది ఫిల్మ్ స్టార్స్ని, హీరోయిన్స్ని లేదా గురువుల్ని అమితంగా ఆరాధించే, అభిమానించే ఈ జనాలు ఎందుకు వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ని ఆరాధించరు, అభిమానించరు? దే డోంట్ రియల్లీ. బికాజ్ ఎవ్రీ సన్ ఆర్ డాటర్, దే టేక్ దేర్ పేరెంట్స్ ఫర్ గ్రాంటెడ్. I have stumbled upon a strange psychological phenomena. I'll share with you, Bubala. Think about it. ఎప్పుడైనా మీ నాన్న కళ్ళల్లో కళ్ళు పెట్టి 2 hours నువ్వు చూసావా? Have you ever seen or gazed deeply at your friend or your mother, your sister for at least 2-3 hours? We never do that. Maximum we look at somebody into their eyes not more than 40 seconds. You just go home and just look at your father. Within few seconds he will be perturbed and he will say, what happened to you? Why are you looking at me like that? Because that is unusual. Because when you look at something deeply for more than 1 hour, slowly, your brain and mind it becomes hypnotized. So we all look at the film star. I don't look at any film star. So people look at film stars or the famous gurus. They keep on looking at them. That's why they go crazy. There is no other reason behind it. You just look at anybody for more than 2 hours, you become fan of that person, because your mind will lose the logic and reasoning. It creates a tremendous impression in their brain and mind, and the same image will appear in your mind recurrently. That's why all lovers, they look into each other's eyes and they go crazy. They all do the stupid things. So Bubala, it's okay to be successful, though I say to you, it is indefinable. I don't really recognize the success. When you are not successful, you have all the time for you. When you go out, no one recognizes you. You sit wherever you want. You sing the song you like. You spread your hands to the sky. And you dance in the rain. There is nobody to recognize you. In past couple of years, many people have thought because of my work, I became quite successful. But I have never showed off my success because I don't recognize it. That's the whole point. So because my mind is not corrupt, I live an ordinary, simple life. The real success to me is no one on planet Earth should not pay attention to my actions. I can sing, I can dance, I can walk naked on the road. I can sleep wherever I want. I can eat whatever I want. If that catches the attention of the people, if they start considering that a successful act, I don't recognize it. The best way which I have been doing is contradicting myself again and again and throwing their minds onto the ground, trying to be neutralized all the time. The moment they get any crazy idea about me, I immediately neutralize the idea. Then they look at me normally. I like that sight. So there is no success. It is a myth. If at all other people attribute success to you, don't take it for granted. It is their ignorance that they are thinking that you are successful. If you think that you are successful, then you too ignorant. You suffer. Because it is a big hierarchy of 1,000 steps. It's a huge ladder. You may stand somewhere in the middle. Forever you stuck in the limbo. Neither you can't go up, nor you can't climb down. That is misery. Every successful person is absolutely miserable within. They can't be relaxed. They punish their body and mind just to appeal others. So Bubala, it is up to you. If you want to become successful, be successful, but make sure that you don't take that into your head. You may wear a costume worth 1 lakh rupees. Make sure that you are a naked person within. You may eat in a gold plate, but make sure that your whole attention is on the food but not on the plate. You may be recognized by thousands of people, but make sure that you are just a nobody. To be nobody is to be in the realm of bliss ad continuum. Raso Vaisaha Risa.